Tiger fans, it's Morgan back again, this time to talk about the big guys, the offensive linemen, and how we expect them to perform in 2021. Before we get into this video, make sure you like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel, as well as follow us on Facebook so you can stay up to date on all of our exclusive Clemson content we put out every single week. All right, Tiger fans, so Clemson's offensive line is already getting a lot of buzz. You know, last year they were a little bit of disappointment, but we'll talk about that. Jordan Mcfadden, who is going to be a leader for this offensive line, has already come out and said they're all bigger, they're faster and stronger and ready to be more aggressive for 2021. All things, if you're a Clemson Tiger fan, you definitely want to hear from the leader of the offensive line, especially the left tackle as well. Looking back to last year, Mcfadden was moved over to the right tackle position because Jackson Carman, a NFL draft pick for the Cincinnati Bengals, was the left tackle protecting Trevor Lawrence. And those two guys arguably carried the team. When you look at Pro Football Focus, those two guys were ranked as the 9th best tackle group in the nation. And the rest of the offensive line fell off after that. They were a top 20 team in the offensive line, on the offensive line, but really, again, it was carried by those two the left and right tackle positions as well. Overall, one of the biggest sore spots for last year, I know myself and many Clemson fans out there mentioned it, but they were 83rd ranked in run blocking grades by Pro Football Focus as well. First round draft pick is gone, Jackson Carman. So how will Clemson replace those players and move on into 2021 and improve in the run blocking? I actually think that with guys like Will Putnam and Jackson Carman, Jordan Mcfadden, they were very successful in pass blocking. I think that Trevor Lawrence had a lot of time to be able to make decisions and was not stressed out much in 2020. But again, the fall off there was for our other star player, which was Travis Etienne, who was one of the best running backs in Clemson history, only had 3 100-yard games in 2020, which is very disappointing for him, especially being a number one or a first-round draft pick to the Jacksonville Jaguars along with Trevor Lawrence. So Clemson definitely needs to improve in the offensive line, specifically in the run blocking. I think in pass blocking, they were elite, one of the best in the nation. But how will they replace Jackson Carman? They're going to have to move some players around. Specifically, Jordan McFadden's going to move over to left tackle. You're still going to have Matt Bockhorst at left guard. Center, Cade Stewart is gone, so you're looking at replacing him with Mason Trotter or Hunter Rayburn. And then right guard, Will Putnam's going to take over that position. Again, rated one of the best pass blockers for the team last year. And then Walker Parks, another big-time recruit that came in that was able to start and get some practice in, get some reps in early on as a freshman. Another key there, too, is that they have improved in their weight. Now, weight's not always the best thing because you want to get strong and fast, too, but getting bigger is a big deal. So when you look at the improvement on weight, McFadden plus 10, Bockhorst plus 2, Trotter plus 5, Rayburn stayed the same, but he was already 320. Will Putnam plus 3 at 303, and Walker Parks plus 11 at 306. So overall, that group of guys that I mentioned increased by 31 total pounds. So those Bo-Berry biscuits that DJ's given to the team is definitely paying off so far in this summer. Mcfadden says that experience and depth is also a key too. If you look at 2020, the backups, those second string guys, there were 3 true freshmen that were backing up the offensive line. You got Parks, Chio, and Mays as well, backing up that offensive line for the second string in 2020. Now, going into 2021, you're only going to have one if Tristan Lee doesn't come in and take over one of the spots as well. We expect he may later on in the season, but he was only a summer enrollee, so he's still got to figure it out. But Marcus Tate is a guy listed on the depth chart right now as the only true freshman on that depth chart. So I do agree with McFadden in saying that experience has improved, the depth chart has improved, and then bringing in those true freshmen that are coming in, highly rated guys, 5-star overall, Lee as well, I think is going to improve the depth for the offensive line. I think going forward, it is going to be interesting to see what Clemson can do against the run blocking, because while they increased 31 pounds total as that group, they actually, depending on how you put it out, McFadden is still behind Carman. Carman was like 335 and always had issues struggling with his weight, but he was also 6'5". Mcfadden 6'2", 310. So there is a difference there in size for that left tackle, and the same goes for center as well. Trotter, a little bit less as far as weight goes, 285 from Cade Stewart, who was around 310. Rayburn is 320, so he's above Cade Stewart there. But depending on that lineup that you have, it could be anywhere from 34 pounds lighter than last year, or 1 pound heavier, depending on if you have Rayburn in there or not. But again, that all focuses around those two guys, specifically Jackson Carman being 25 pounds heavier than Jordan Mcfadden. So this team is a little bit lighter than last year. Could that make them stronger and faster? I think so. And as overall, they have gained 31 pounds. So that definitely means that they're bigger as well. So Clemson's offensive line doing what they need to do to improve going into 2021. I think, again, they're going to be an elite pass blocking team. That's going to be great for DJ Uiagalelei. I also feel like they need to improve in that run blocking, but it is still yet to see. It's too early on in the season for me to say for sure that they will improve, but we will see. That's going to be one of the biggest question marks. Can Clemson's offensive line hold up against Georgia in the very first game of the season and then throughout the rest of the year and hopefully into the playoffs? Let us know what you think in the comments. Do you think I'm completely off, or is Clemson making the moves that they need to improve that offensive line for 2021? Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow us over on Facebook.